Good morning, good afternoon if you're joining us from the East Coast. We will be getting started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us. All right, we're going to get underway here. Thank you so much once again for taking the time out of your day to join us. Today, we're going to be talking about how to use geo-ads to get more online orders. So today, we're going to be covering the art of geo-advertisement. I appreciate, once again, you taking your time to join us. In today's webinar, we'll be covering what mobile ads are, and then also the techniques that will make your ads more effective and how to start using this platform to see results very, very quickly, okay? There are numerous ways you can leverage geo ads. We have employed several techniques here that are a lot more profitable in the end of the day. So we have mastered the art, if you will, of driving additional results. A little bit about myself. My name is Eduardo Silva. I am the VP of Sales here at Foot Traffic, and I've been with the organization since December. After attending the MJ BizCon in Las Vegas, I noticed just how amazing this industry was, and have been certainly playing a pretty significant role here in the organization for the last 3 years. But once again, a little bit about Foot Traffic. We are a digital marketing agency fully focused only in the cannabis space and have been doing so for the last 5 years. So we actually got our start around 5 years ago out of Southern California during the medicinal push for cannabis in California. And ever since then, helping dispensary clients, delivery clients, as well as medicinal clients around the country, as well as in Canada, drive additional customer engagement. So new customers as well as more sales. Everything that we do is really geared at 1, customer acquisition, and 2, tracking of revenue attribution, meaning being able to actually give you a very, very clear picture of where your money is going and how much revenue that money of yours is actually generating, which is beyond important for growing your business. So once again, really excited about being able to speak with you today. Before we get started, I always like to take a moment to just prepare ourselves. I'm going to provide you a lot of insight today, and we're going to do this in a very timely fashion. We have only 30 minutes to go through a lot of content, so I do ask you to take those cell phones and put them face down. Even though those cell phones are very important for marketers, they do take a lot of attention away. So as we're moving fairly quickly through a lot of content, we want to make sure you have an opportunity to engage with this content and take away as much as possible. Familiarize yourself with the Zoom interface. So at the top of the screen, you're going to see a little bar there for Zoom. There is a Q&A section. Go ahead and just get familiar for a moment there. The Q&A section is where you can ask any questions throughout the webinar here. We do have panelists on standby, ready to address any questions you have. So ask any questions, ask away, and we'll be able to address those to you at a moment's notice here. And then do stick around till the end. We do have a promotion that we want to share with you for attending the webinar today. So once again, thank you so much for your time this morning or afternoon if you are on the East Coast. Today's topic is geo-advertisement. what is it? Let's get started, right? If you've played around with Words with Friends or browsed websites on your smartphone, you've seen mobile ads. You know exactly what I'm talking about. These ads are display ads that show up on mobile websites and mobile ads, okay? Mobile apps, I should say. Mobile websites and mobile apps. Now imagine using that valuable real estate to connect with new customers, re-engaged old customers, and drive people to your website or storefront, okay? With geo-ads, a targeted mobile ads, this is totally possible, and it's what we do for our clients. So geo-advertising allows dispensaries to show messages to people depending on where they are physically in real time, instead of just casting a wide net and hoping that, you know, for the best, right? Geo-targeted ads actually can help you spend your marketing dollars more effectively by servicing the ads to the people who are more likely to spend with you, okay? So the key difference here and differentiator I want you to walk away is billboard on the side of a highway or billboard directly on somebody's mobile device, right? Which one is more effective? And being that that individual holding the mobile device is a cannabis consumer, which one is going to be more effective? So keep that in mind. That's what geo-ads is all about. How does it work? So geo-ads work by showing your display ad on mobile sites and apps when your parameters are met. So this means that if an individual is checking ESPN.com on their smartphone and they meet your demographic and geographic requirements, they will see your ad. Geo-advertising is possible thanks to the popularity and accessibility of smartphones. Wherever people go, you can bet they have their smartphone with them. We know this, right? It's like impossible to get rid of our phones. Never has there been so many smartphones in use, and never has the average person spent so much time on their mobile devices. So research has indicated that the overwhelming majority of Americans have their smartphones with them 24/7. That means that you can easily reach your ideal audience, especially when you target your ads. Now, the main component of working mobile ads strategy is having a network of viable sites and apps on which to advertise. For dispensaries, this can be a huge hangup. And if you've ever tried to find compliant places to advertise, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It can be hard enough to find cannabis-friendly sites and apps that will let you market your dispensary. And to that, right, regulatory concerns about the site's audience and whether they are old enough to view your ads, and you've got yourself plenty of obstacles without a clear path forward. So we've taken the time to create a compliant, cannabis-friendly network of mobile sites and apps where dispensaries can advertise to an audience of adult cannabis consumers. In a little bit, we're going to cover 3 different ways to target your ads for maximum effectiveness. You can use all 3 of these methods that we're going to share with you, or just focus on 1 or 2. We'll provide you with help determine your strategy based on your past successes. But first, let's get into the why. So why, right? Why go through the trouble creating and running these ads? Why not just cast a wide net and try to grab the attention of as many people as possible? Well, with geo-ads, click-through rates can be as much as 5 times higher with geo-fenced ads than normal prospecting ads. Now, this isn't a promise or a guarantee of any kind here. The reason these ads have a higher click-through rate is because careful planning, okay? Having a team that understands how to get the most from your geo-advertising strategy can help you create and run ads that get noticed and drive sales. A higher click-through rate isn't the only reason to run these valuable ads, though. Geo-ads provide spend efficiency because they are targeted ads. Better ad targeting means less money wasted showing ads to the people who are unlikely to be interested in your product or services. So instead of casting that wide net, right, the billboard, geo-targeting lets you spend your marketing dollars more effectively by focusing on the specific geographic areas where potential customers may be concentrated. If a customer sees your ad and they are far away, they may consider purchasing or learning more at a later time. However, if a potential customer sees an ad when they are nearby your store, they're much more likely to convert, meaning click on your ad and actually take action a lot quicker, right? So simply by targeting your ads to someone's geographic location, right, you are more likely to show them something more relevant and less likely to throw away valuable marketing dollars on ads that won't get clicked on, right? So it's really important that targeting consumers using both geographic and demographic data so you can actually get the most of your advertising. So this is called spend efficiency. So basically, more of your ad dollars are actually leading to conversions. The second way that targeting ads can really help you get more sales is through a geo-ads platform that allows you to determine what customers are doing when they see your ads. Are they clicking on them? How long are they staying on your site? Are they placing an order, right? This is called revenue attribution. It's something we focus very heavily on here at Foot Traffic, right? Marketing analytics is the backbone of what we do. So what we do with revenue attribution is create an even better ad for you. So it allows us to really test different photos, text, and deals to create ads that have a higher ROI for you overall. So let's talk about a couple case studies here to kind of illustrate what it is that I'm talking about. So here's a case study of a medical marijuana dispensary based out of New York. They invested $5,000 in geo-ads for the month of July and targeted competing dispensaries and known cannabis consumers, right? Their investment resulted in 184 visits to their dispensaries, okay, with an average order value of $170. Once again, this is all metric that's tracked. Overall, they generated $31,000 in revenue, which is a return on ad spend of $6.25 per every dollar spent. Now, this is amazing because geo-ads allows us also, right, track their geographical locations. So this allows us to know exactly when they enter a store or where they're in that store, right, after having clicked. So we can track all that information. It's great. Let's talk about proximity, right? Let's take a look at different ways you can target your ads to drive traffic. The first way to focus on proximity. Proximity, this is when you target customers within an area of your dispensary or your delivery area, if you're a delivery, cannabis delivery firm, right? This is an excellent way to reach consumers that's at home browsing on the web or playing apps on their phones or hanging out, right, near a park or a boardwalk. So basically, you set a perimeter around a specific point, like your dispensary, and if you're in an urban area, you may actually want to set a perimeter, let's say 2 miles. And if you're in a suburban area, you may want to stretch that a little bit, right? 5 miles will work a little bit better. So your perimeter acts as a on switch. When people who meet your demographic requirements enter your perimeter, when you're running the ads, right, and they check on their in-network sites or apps, they will see your ad. It's just that simple. It doesn't get any more complicated than that. So proximity is a great way to remind people that you're just around the corner and to drive more foot traffic, right, to your store. You can also use this to encourage people to order ahead, right, so that you can avoid lines, especially now with COVID. Another strategy here is geofencing. Geofencing is the ability to draw on a map around the areas where you want to target. So with less mobility and more people working from home these days, this is an opportunity to target specific neighborhoods. Let's say you are you're offering delivery in LA with so many different neighborhoods. Excuse me here, I'm actually on the wrong slide. There it is. So geofencing. So with so many different neighborhoods, right, you can set your millennial ad to run within one geofence and then have another ad aimed at boomers running it in its own geofence, so you know what the demographic of those different neighborhoods are. So, for example, right, if you're targeting a popular area within a specific audience, like a wellness-focused dispensary, right, we'll be able to actually draw a fence around like yoga studios or natural food stores, things of that nature. During COVID, a lot of our clients have actually been focusing a lot on health food stores and or parks, right, because this is the only time that people are actually out and about. But also different neighborhoods, demographics, right, individuals that are also looking for a little bit of escape, so they're mostly on their phones. So let's talk a little bit about geo-conquesting. And this is the last method in which we're going to share with you today, geo-conquesting or competitor targeting, which is the ability to target competing retailers to gain market share. Now, this tactic is essentially trying to lure people away from your competitor. Basically, instead of drawing a perimeter around your dispensary or a particular neighborhood, you can focus on an area surrounding a competitor. You can then create a special offer to score new customers and draw them away from your competitor. This is especially useful in high-density areas where there are a lot of dispensaries. So by combining your ad with SMS opt-in, for example, in a special deal, you can actually start converting your competition's customers into your own loyal customers. So it's a great strategy here. Let's talk about consumer data. Now that you know about some of the methods, you can use geo-ads, right, to actually get more targeted, right? So how can you do this? Well, in addition to having access to a compliant network of apps and mobile websites, you also need to understand who your customers are. Who is that that is trying to reach, or who is it that you're trying to reach, and where are you most likely to reach them? What kind of messaging and offers will make them convert, right? Your ads themselves will also provide you with additional data that you can then use to make your ads even better, as long as you're tracking the right metrics. This information will help you better target your ads so that you can reach the right people. So retargeting, right? Let's talk about retargeting a little bit. You can also use this information to retarget individuals who are already shown interest in your dispensary. So for example, maybe they've visited a website before but didn't place an order. So by reaching out to these individuals who are already interested in your dispensary, you can create extremely effective ads with higher conversion rate. One popular way to enable retargeting is to install a tracking pixel on your website. When an individual with that pixel visits a site or app in our geo network, right, they will see your ad and you will be in front of that individual and front of mind, really, once again. So it's really important to be strategic and retarget individuals, right, within your active network of prospects. And additionally, we can create lookalike audiences as well based on your current customer data, so that you can target individuals with similar interests as your current customers. So once you have this set up, which is something we do for all of our customers, you will want to target or retarget, right? You need to work on the ad itself, and that's where it gets into the design. So here's some great visual examples, right, of some of the geo ads and graphics that have been run for some of our clients before, which means the big takeaway here is that design matters. And let's talk a little bit about what that means. You essentially, when you're doing geo advertising, you're essentially interrupting someone from doing something that they're already looking at. So you want to prompt them to actually engage with your ad instead. So customers are on their phone, but many have trained themselves to ignore these ads. So you need to snap them out of that zone very quickly, right? And your ad needs to actually have the design to actually compel them to do so. So your ad should actually draw their eyes. And then once they are actually paying attention to your ads, you need to offer them something so they will actually take, the next step and engage with it. At the same time, you don't want to create an eyesore. Stick to 3 colors, no more than 2 of them being very bright. Use your brand style guide to make sure your imagery and fonts are brand appropriate. And don't forget to include your logo, okay? This is your opportunity to build brand awareness as well. Even if they don't click on your ad, the first time they see it, customers will start recognizing your logo and then your brand, right? Keeping you top of mind when they are ready to purchase. When designing an ad, you need to work with certain size constraints as well, right? That means that whatever you choose to put on your ad needs to look great at the size and resolution for all of those different devices. Remember, people will be looking at these on their mobile devices, so you will need to maximize the space you have while still working within the ad size limit. You will also want to consider how your ad will look on different mobile devices, because some devices, as we all know, have different screens. As a digital marketing agency, this is something that we do for all of our customers, right? And help them to add another item to your long to-do list, right? So we take that away from another necessary item that you want to undertake, right? And just help you through it. Something else that you're actually going to notice on these ads here is compliance. Compliance is beyond important. We're going to talk about that momentarily, but I just want to highlight, since we are looking on these advertisement copies here, the license number on the bottom right. Right, so different states have different compliance requirements. So pay very close attention to that, or work with us, will help you. In addition to the design of your ad, you need to consider the text that you will go, actually be placing directly on your ad. To get those valuable clicks, you need to convince the actual prospect to stop what they're doing and click on your ad. At the same time, you don't have a lot of space to work with, so you do need to go light on the actual copy itself. So customers are more likely to skim an ad. So make sure that your copy uses few words, but that the words that you use are very powerful. That means get to the point quickly. If you're sharing a deal, make it obvious. If you want them to click through to your menu, make it obvious as well, right? Don't bury up the call to action or your deal somewhere so they don't see it. Otherwise, you're not going to see as good of a results. Let's talk about the offers, right? So what should your copy say? We advise sharing a great deal. Increase the clicks by offering a deal to your customers so they can't pass up on it, right? Discounts can help encourage people to pull the trigger and purchase from you when they see your ad. Remember, this is really important. You're not giving away product here by offering a discount, okay? You are investing in new customer acquisition. It's a very different concept. Creating a unique landing page for your offers and encourage people to sign up for your SMS list. This will also help you better track the effectiveness of these campaigns. You can also lead customers directly to your menu. Through this, though this is only ideal if you actually have a hosted menu on your website, right? So you don't want to be leading to a separate website that's not within your brand. And then, beyond important, we talked about tracking as being one of the cornerstones of what we do here at Foot Traffic. But once your ad is ready, it's time to set up the tracking and to run the test to determine what's the most effective for your market. A/B testing and revenue attribution are crucial to determine the effectiveness of your ads. For A/B testing, create multiple variations of your ads in different colors, text, imagery, and deals, so you can determine which one helps you best meet your goals. It may be that one ad is better at driving sales while another helps you capture more customers' phone numbers. You won't know this, though, unless you're running A/B testing. And that is something, once again, that we do for every single one of our customers. You should also have revenue attribution enabled. Revenue attribution is the process of matching customer sales to specific advertisements, right, in order to understand where revenue is coming from and optimize how advertising budgets are being spent in the future. Now, foot traffic specializes in revenue attribution, and we can track your marketing campaigns with the most popular online menus like Dutchie, Weedmaps, Jane, Timber, Ola, and even WooCommerce. So for online revenue attribution, you want to track impressions, clicks, transactions, and transaction amounts. You can also track the success of your campaigns with in-store visits. Since we have access to mobile location for customers through the geo-ads platform, we can actually track a visitor all the way to visiting your store. So this is very powerful. And this data will also help you troubleshoot your ad and determine the ROI on different ads and geofences so you can create more effective ads. Very important. Let's take a quick break to peer into another case study here. Here's another case study of a miracle marijuana dispensary based out of Minnesota. For this client, we targeted competing dispensaries and known cannabis users. They invested a total of $3,500 in geo-ads over the month of July. The investment resulted in 121 visits to their dispensary with an average order size of $242. Now, this to me seemed a little high, but believe me, it is fully verified. $242 average store purchase per customer. Very, very profitable, right? So they generated over $29,000 in revenue, which is a return on spend of $8.36 for every dollar. Okay, beyond powerful. So let's talk about how to get started. You're tired of possibly putting out ads and not seeing the results, right? Are you ready to get more from your advertising budget? If you want to get the most from your marketing budget, then you need to actually implement a tested strategy that includes revenue attribution, right? Our geo-ad service will help you build brand awareness and increase your sales with compliant ads. And best of all, we do everything for you. So skip that learning curve and put the sales directly on fast track, right? We want to help you get up and running with geo-ads so you can start seeing the returns right away. So we're offering a special deal here for your first time only, right? So first time customers only. And normally we offer 150,000 ad impressions for a $1,000 budget. So this week we're going to be giving you $200 off your trial month for geo-ads. So that's right. You're going to get 150,000 impressions. That is individuals viewing your mobile ads through a compliant ad network for only $800. But you need to move fast because this offer is only good for 1 week. So by the end of next week, we're going to be closing this out. I'm going to go ahead and stop for any questions you may have. Once again, we do have a Q&A panel here. So any questions you may have, please do feel free to ask. Happy to address those now and or also set up some time so we can talk offline. First question here, how long does it take to set up a campaign? Great question. Normally, we would like to ask for a week turnaround time, right? We do have creative, the design that we need to put in place for you for each one of these campaigns. We also want to make sure that we are setting the right targets with our customers in mind. So in other words, we're going to explore your demographics. We're going to explore what types of marketing initiatives you have done prior so we can really get a good sense of how to get the best impact for you. And so I would say 1 week's turnaround time is minimum from time of initiating, right, the engagement with us. And then, it's pretty self-explanatory after that. How long does it take to actually see results? Well, results can be fairly immediate. However, with geo-ads, remember, it is an impression-based strategy. So that means that the more people recognize your brand, the more chances there are to engage. So normally, we recommend at least a 3-month cycle so that you can really see those individuals, those prospects in your area, really kind of building that mind share and engaging with your brand. However, as I mentioned, results can be fairly immediate. Well, I want to thank everybody for your time. Thank you so much for the questions as well. Do engage with us. We have a link that we're going to put here in the chat window for everybody, foottraffic.me/call. Once again, foottraffic.me/call. we can get a conversation started offline here very quickly and help address any other questions you may have specific to your organization and what your business goals are. Thank you so much for sticking around, and once again, look forward to the opportunity to speak with you. Have a great day.